Hi, welcome to another session of Paint with me. I do need to get right in it and let you know that I failed massively because of two things that I did that I didn't realize would actually mess up the complete visuals of the entire process. So I'm pouring myself a cup of coffee. It was very early in the morning. The sun was very bright and I just decided to begin a new session. And as you guys know, I'm only painting these specific versions with you. I'm not painting outside of recording this painting. So I want to do my dad's painting. I want to complete it with you guys. The first mistake I made was to put the canvas in that position. It's clearly a wrong move to make because as you can see, or rather not see, the light is completely obliterating any visibility. And I actually looked at the camera while I was recording and I thought, oh, you can actually see some parts without realizing the glare of the natural sunlight that was obstructing my capacity to show you any colors on that canvas. So I filmed about 40 minutes. I completed the lower portion of the painting as much as I could because, as you are about to see very soon, I'm going to show you a close-up of all the numbers and the colors and the ridiculously small separations in the painting. But I have to say that even though I find the small cut parts and separations and divisions really irritating, I am actually looking forward to the finished product. The second mistake I made was the fact that I placed my entire shoulder over the painting, and again I didn't realize that my shoulder was obstructing the visibility. At some point in the day the sunlight was so bright that it was creating this shadow effect on my camera lens. You can see my tomcat Noah appearing in the background, staring at the camera almost as if to let me know there's something wrong. I kept twisting the canvas in such a way to help me, but it really didn't work out. I mean, you can see me saying hello to the camera here and I'm showing you a close-up of all the crazy small divisions. I mean, look at that. This is insanity. How am I ever gonna reach those spots? But I'm learning to just paint outside of the canvas. I'm taking the numbers as orientative, not as set in stone. So unfortunately, Paint With Me 3 was compromised. I have to continue. I did another session and I coupled them together. So you're getting Paint With Me 3 and now here it is, Paint With Me 4. Hello, I'm gonna try to do better this time. And I just want to thank you as well for being here in case you decided to drop by. If you hear some things in the background of me recording the voiceover, it's only because it's incredibly hot in the place where I'm filming from, Bucharest, and I have to leave all the windows of my house open because if not, we're not getting any air, we're not getting any ventilation, and it's really, really hot. I'd rather not put the air conditioning on because it's loud and it consumes electricity, it's bad for the environment, and it doesn't really cool me off that much, I have to say. I'm saying here a little prayer to my dad. As you guys know, I'm doing these sessions because of my father, and this period actually turned quite beautifully. I was able to finish a good portion of the lower half of the painting, so the painting is already starting to look a bit more defined. I'm starting to get a glimpse of what the vista is, how the mountains would appear. I'm not sure that I'm choosing the right colors though. I have a variety of colors, as I said. They're very mixed in the paints that my dad put together. My mom also found this additional set of metal colors, so I'm really thankful that she gave them to me. I have so much paint, I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually use it. I hope I will in the next years because it would be such a shame if it goes to waste, and I'm usually not at all a wasteful person. I love to use everything I have and I love to just maximize everything I get. And yeah, please excuse the lint on my dark t-shirt. I didn't realize it. This is what happens when you live with 3 cats. But I have to say that I was really enjoying myself in this session. I wasn't getting so irritated. I was allowing myself to just flow. The drink of choice for this session is lemonade with elderflower syrup, which is my current obsession. And yeah, I'm just going to basically stop talking and allow you to just experience, to maybe paint with me if you have your paintbrushes out, or to just sit and watch, play this video in the background while you're doing other things, listen to the music. Use this video however you see fitting. I hope it is something sweet, chill, inspiring, and gentle for you to use as you wish. So please enjoy the session, and thank you for being here. this point in this reading, as I was painting, all of a sudden I had a flare-up. I'm thinking a lot about my dad while I paint, and all of a sudden a memory struck me and I just spontaneously started crying. And my therapist is currently encouraging me to just feel my feelings without blocking them, without trying to rationalize them. And that's exactly what I felt. I'm trying to drink some of my delicious lemonade to ground myself and to just allow the feeling to pass through my body. I'm correcting my posture, I'm breathing, just allowing the energy to pass through me. It was also incredibly hot, and the discharge of emotion always gets me a little bit hot as well. And I just decided to continue to push forward in spite of the emotions. I mean, I was expecting this whole experience to be emotional. In a way, I'm doing it because I wanted to help me grieve in the process of grieving for my father. And this is mostly because I had an argument with my mother 4 months before he died. And I told him in January, he died in May. And I told him in January, Dad, I think this is the last time I will see you. And he said nothing. He just looked at me with the saddest expression in the world, and I just walked out of the door. And I'm not feeling guilty necessarily for what happened. I definitely feel like we could have had a better opportunity to talk and to express ourselves. But emotions are not something that my parents deal with well. It's a family issue, and I'm learning to cope with it and trying not to replicate it in my personal life. So I kind of feel like I owe it to myself to feel. It will help my mental health. It will help my personal connections with other people. I don't want to replicate the same dynamics that gave my father cancer, because there is this theory that cancer also has an emotional component, a psychological component, not only a genetic and physical, biological one. But yeah, I remember that a couple of weeks before he died, I was missing him so much. I wanted to just go and hug him, but I knew that I couldn't do it because of the whole gatekeeping, of the whole argument with my mother. I just wanted to leave the situation as it was. We didn't depart on bad terms, because he did send me a message for my name's day. Each year on the 23rd of April, we celebrate in Romania St. George, and my middle name is Georgiana. And there is this tradition in my family that we wish each other well for name's day. Name's days are quite important in Romania because usually you get the name of a saint, and it is said that this tradition is kept so that a child is protected by that specific saint. And it's fascinating because I felt the most at home in the UK. And as you guys know, England apparently has the protector St. George, and my middle name is Georgiana, and I love my name's day on the 23rd of April each year. So yeah, interesting facts. Anyway, coming back, he wished me a happy name's day, and I told him, thank you kindly, and I really wish you would feel better and get better. And that was the final text exchange that we had over WhatsApp. That was literally the last time my dad contacted me. And I got to reply to him. And it's still weird that I can't call him or write to him. Yeah, it's still weird. So, painting something that he would have painted gives me a sort of glimpse into his psychology. I find it so strange that he enjoyed painting by numbers. It is quite cute as a pastime, I'm not gonna lie. I understand why people would do it, why it's relaxing. But we are definitely different personality types, and I see this very clearly now. He loved rules, order, confinement. I love messiness, impulse, just to be given a free canvas. I'm not at all afraid of blank pages, blank canvases. On the contrary, I feel so stimulated. It's like, ooh, what can I create next? Let me just imagine it. And sometimes I create crap, I'm not gonna lie, but other times true beauty can come out of some experiences, especially if I put time, effort, and I'm patient with the process. Anyway, I'm going to be quiet right now and allow you to enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, so this is the finished product so far. That part is a little bit strange. It's insane how small the divisions were. It was really a lot of effort, but I'm happy I managed to get through it. I don't know if I chose the right colors. Yeah, I feel like it was an experience, and although I feel on some level accomplished, on another level I feel a little bit like I'm getting an insight into my father's psychology, and I feel a little bit of sympathy for him, to be honest. I'm looking forward to the next session. Thank you for being here today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day.